Welcome to Archiversity online lectures. In this lecture and my coming lecture, I am going to explain you two important capital structure theories. They are Modigliani and Miller capital structure theories. One is in the absence of a corporate tax and the second theory is in the presence of corporate tax. Modigliani and Miller proposes that in the absence of a corporate tax, capital structure theory is irrelevant. In the sense, whatever the combination of debt equity mix that you have, it is not going to impact the value of the firm as well as overall capitalization rate of the firm. On the other hand, in the presence of taxes, they propose that capital structure theory is relevant. In the sense, if there is a presence of a corporate tax, firms can benefit from the corporate tax and which minimizes their tax burden. In turn, will increase the value of the firm. That is, shareholders' value will increase. In this lecture, I'll show you how to calculate value of the firm and overall capitalization rate in the context of Modigliani and Miller and also in the absence of corporate tax. Here is an example. Consider two companies identical in every respect except that company NL has no financial leverage. That means this company is not using any debt, whereas the company L has $30,000 debt of 12%. Assume that the required rate of equity for company L is 16% and for company NL is 15%. The net operating income of both the companies is $10,000. Now calculate the value of the firm and overall capitalization rate. So as you know, the value of the firm, this equals to value of a debt plus market value of equity, or alternatively you can calculate value of the firm, this equals to, and next is overall capitalization rate. So overall capitalization rate is calculated as cost of debt times market value of a debt upon value of the firm plus cost of equity times market value of equity upon value of a firm. So here we have two companies. One is NL and second one is L. So the EBIT for both the companies are same, that is $10,000. And then interest, so for company NL there is no debt, so there is no option of paying any interest here, whereas company L has $30,000 debt at 12%. So this equals to 3,600. So interest burden here is 3,600. Now your earnings before tax is 10,000 here and 6,400 here. All right. Now we need to get the value of the firm. So to get a value of a firm, one is the value of a debt, second one is the market value of equity. So your market value of equity, this equals to earnings available to common shareholders, or we can say that earnings before tax and upon equity capitalization rate. So earnings, here earnings available to equity shareholders is 10,000. So your market value of equity is 10,000 upon capitalization rate. So for NL the capitalization rate is 15%. So this is 0.15, whereas for a levered firm, that is L, this is 6,400 upon 0.16. So this is 10,000 upon 0.15, then 6,400 upon 0.16. So the value of equity, that is market value of equity, this equals to $66,667, whereas for L this is $40,000. So the value of a firm, V equals to D plus S. So in this case there is no debt, so this is 0 plus 66,667, and here debt is 30,000. We have a 30,000 of bonds or debt, so 30,000 plus 40,000. So this is 66,667, whereas this is a 70,000. So the value of a firm which is not using any debt is 66,000, and the value of a firm which is using a debt is 70,000. But if you look at the expected return or required rate of equity holders, in the case of non-levered firm, this is 0.15%, and for a levered, this is 0.16. From the investor's perspective, this has got a high expected return, which means investors consider this stock as highly risky when compared with a firm which is having a 0.15 equity capitalization rate. So in this context, what investors will do is simply they move from this stock, that is a levered stock, to the non-levered stock where their required rate is less or a risk is less. So this gives you a possibility of arbitrage. The question asked is there any possibility of arbitrage? Yes, there is a possibility of arbitrage, because this firm, that is a L, has got a high cost of equity or equity capitalization rate. So investors perceive this as a high risky one. So gradually what they do is they'll sell their stock in L and purchase the stock in a NL. There will be a movement of equity investors from L to non-L. So once this happens, automatically the value of the firm, of a levered firm, will decrease from 70,000 to 66,000. So this way, in a perfect markets, investors will move from one risky investment to the another risky investment, ultimately resulting that no advantage of a debt in a equity capitalization. This is a proposition made by the Modigliani and Miller in the absence of corporate tax. Thank you for watching the lecture.